Hey everyone, I think I am live on the different channels that I have this running to. So I hope you're having a great Sunday. And I wanted to pop on and do a quick impromptu live all about the three things that you need for lasting business success. So if you don't know me, I'm Laura Schoenfeld. I'm a registered dietitian and a business coach for health and wellness entrepreneurs. And I have been in online business for a decade now. So there's a lot of things that have changed and a lot of things that have stayed the same in that past 10 years. And I wanted to share with you the things that came to my mind when I was thinking about what has helped me stay in business and be profitable running a multi-six-figure online business for the last 10 years. So the first thing, and this might sound obvious to you, that you need is a plan. A plan can come from a lot of different places. It can come from your own brain. It can come from a coach or a mentor or an educational program. But when you're going at business without any sort of plan and you don't have any sort of idea about what you're doing next or what's on the horizon, things are going to be really difficult to not only be successful, but also be sustainable. So one of the things that we do in our business is we actually plan out our quarterly promotions. So at this point, we actually have the entire year of 2023 planned out when it comes to the things that we're selling, the way that we're bringing in revenue. That's a little bit new for me in the last couple of years. I've gotten better at planning stuff in advance. But even if you just have your quarter planned with what you're intending to sell and what offer you want to promote, that is something that can make a huge impact on the work that you're doing, the time that you're spending in your business, and make sure that the time you're spending is actually driven towards a revenue generating thing. It's really easy to get caught up in all the different things you could be doing in your business. There's probably 1,000 different things that you could be putting action towards. A lot of those are great things. It doesn't mean that they don't work or that they're not worth doing. But if you don't even know what you're selling for your business and you haven't even thought about that and planned that out, then the work that you're doing to actually sell anything in your business is not going to be as productive. So like I said, we like to plan out the entire year with our different quarterly promotions and what we're going to be selling. If you're newer to business, then just think about the next 90 days. You don't have to have your whole year planned out. It's totally okay to just go in 90-day sprints, but just think about the next 90 days. So today is February 12th. Today is February 12th. So if you think about the next 90 days, that takes us to, I believe, May 12th, if I'm doing my math correct. So 3 months from now, May 12th, what do you want to be selling in the next 3 months? Do you have a specific offer in mind that you want to be selling? If you don't have an offer, if you're a new business owner and you don't have anything to sell yet, then obviously creating something that you can sell is going to be a high priority. And then once you have that thing that you can sell and you're ready to sell, then marketing it and figuring out how do I get as many people in front of this particular offer as possible. And again, really focusing on one offer per quarter as much as possible, because what that allows you to do is get really focused on your messaging, your audience, how you're getting in front of people, the topics you're talking about in your content, how you're actually selling things. If you're selling a high ticket one-on-one service, you're probably going to be doing discovery calls versus if you're selling a $97 course, you're not most likely going to be doing discovery calls for that. So figuring out the thing that you're selling is going to be so important. And then once you have that thing that you're selling, figuring out how you're selling it and figuring out how you're getting it in front of the people you want to sell it to. This is stuff that we covered in our live 3-part training series that happened last week. We still have the replays up if you want to catch them, if you haven't been able to watch them yet. But we covered my Attract, Convert, Serve framework, which is the foundations of a successful online business. In that framework, we talked about the different pieces that go into it. And we talked about the fact that all of that framework revolves around your offer. So creating your offer, identifying your offer, clarifying your offer, those are the things that have to happen first. And then you can do your Attract, Convert, Serve activities to actually deliver that service and sell that offer and make money, which is the whole point of a business, right? So having that plan and having a specific offer in mind, knowing that that offer is going to actually be attractive to your ideal clients, and having a plan for how you're going to market that offer, all of that is something that it really doesn't matter how big your business gets. It's going to be something you focus on for years. If this is helpful to you, wherever you're watching, just drop a comment and let me know what's resonating for you, because I'm actually streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram right now. So I can see most of the comments. So if this is valuable, let me know. Okay, so number one is a plan of what you're going to sell and how you're going to market it. The second thing that you're going to need to have a sustainably successful online health and nutrition business is support. So I want to talk about the different types of support that can be valuable and really essential for you as you start and grow your business. So the first type of support, especially for those of you who are new, is the support of the people in your life. So your spouse or partner, your family, your friends, people in your community, anyone that is in your life that can help support your goals of running a successful business. That is something that's going to make a huge impact on your long-term success. My hope is that at least your spouse, if you have a spouse, and your family, whether that's your kids or your parents or your siblings, that at least those people are supportive in your life and are encouraging you and cheering you on. Not everybody has that, unfortunately, but of course, that is helpful, right? So your immediate circle of people, are they supporting you? Are they at least emotionally supporting you, even if they have no idea how to advise you on growing an online business? If you don't have that, or if you want people who actually get what you're trying to do, then that's where having a broader community of people in your space, in your industry, is so valuable. This can be other online business owners. This can be other nutrition and health professionals, just people that actually get what you're trying to do and can give good advice and good feedback when you have questions and concerns that come up. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with that they don't have anyone in their life that runs an online business. And so the people that they go to get advice, like maybe it's their parents or their siblings or their spouse, they're getting advice from somebody who's never done what they want to do. And not to say that your partner or your family can't give good advice. You just have to take it with a grain of salt, because they don't know what you need to do to be successful in something that they've never done. So I'll give you a personal example. My husband is very, very supportive of our business. He's working part-time in the business. He always is willing to talk with me about stuff that we are trying to figure out. That said, he's never, ever run an online business. He's never launched an online business. He's never been self-employed. So when he's giving me advice and support and feedback, I always want to filter it through, one, what do I know as the person who's been in an online business for 10 years? And two, also what I've learned from my coaches and mentors. I have personally invested over $350,000 in coaching and mentorship over the last really 8 years, I would say, is how long I've been investing. And I have a lot of people in those circles. It's, my mentor, the people that I'm in a mastermind with, those people know what online business is like. They know what the pitfalls are. They know what the challenges are. And so it's so valuable for me to have access to my coach and my peers in the programs that I've invested in, even the ones that, I've known for years at this point, and maybe we're not even in programs together anymore. Having those peers and that network and that mentorship in order to have people in my corner that I can ask questions, I can get feedback, I can see what's working for them, what's not working. That kind of stuff is really, I would say, one of the things that a lot of people are missing. And it can literally be the difference between you having a successful business and you struggling. We don't get taught how to run businesses in our health programs. I didn't get taught how to do this when I was a dietitian. None of the things I'm doing in my business are things I learned in school. So if you're trying to rely on the stuff that you learned in college or grad school or a certification program to run your business successfully, just know that there's probably a lot of stuff that you don't even know exists, or it's things you don't know because they didn't talk about it in your educational program. So if that's you, then having people in your community, whether it's in person or virtual, is, like I said, a non-negotiable for long-term business success. I don't know a lot of entrepreneurs personally that live in my area of the country. I live in Raleigh, like Raleigh suburbs, not even downtown Raleigh, the Raleigh area of North Carolina. And online entrepreneurship is not very common in terms of the people that I interact with on a regular basis. So for me personally, having those online relationships, those people I've met through coaching programs, my mastermind that I'm in, those are the kind of people that I need to be in communication with on a regular basis in order to be both financially successful in my business and also to feel mentally and emotionally successful with my business too, because it is very difficult to be successful when you don't know what's normal. You don't know if you're the only one dealing with something. You are struggling and nobody gets what you're dealing with. So those kind of things come up when you don't have support from other people who know what it's like to run a business, are doing what you want to do, are in it with you. And that's something that you absolutely will need to have if you want to have a long-lasting, successful online health and nutrition business. If you're just joining us live, we're talking about the 3 things you need for a lasting, successful online health and nutrition business. If anything that I'm saying is resonating, hit the like button, comment, let me know if this is valuable for you. Okay, so our number 1 thing was a plan, having a plan of what you're going to sell and how you're going to sell it. The second thing you need is support, both in your personal life, the people around you, the people in your community, your friends and family, as well as having the support of a mentor and a community of people that are doing what you want to do, so that you have targeted support that's not just making up what might work for you in an online business. And then the third thing that you're going to need for a sustainable, lasting online business in the health and wellness space is the belief that it is possible. So this is one that I see all the time. We have people who they have a plan, they have people that support them, their friends and family are cheering them on consistently. They're in a group program, so they have tons of other entrepreneurs that they can connect with and create relationships with. So they have all of the plan and support that they need. But there's, whether it's conscious or subconscious, there's a big or a small part of them that does not believe success is possible for them. And that is something that can absolutely derail you when it comes to getting the business success that you desire. If you are constantly questioning if what you want to achieve is possible, then that is going to make it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for you to reach the level of success that you're capable of. So I invest multi 5 figures, 25K, 30K plus a year in coaching, mentorship, and specifically groups, because groups are the things that I find the most value in these days. I invest in these groups because one of the most valuable things for me is seeing my peers succeed, seeing my peers get the results I want to get, seeing them grow their business in the way I want to grow it, just being able to see what they're doing and see that it's possible, and see that people that are similar to me and they're not different than me, they're not smarter than me, they're not a harder worker than me. There's nothing unique about these people other than the fact that they're putting in the work and they're doing what they need to do to be successful, and they're learning the things that they need. They're investing in the things they need to invest in. So if I'm doing those same things and I see my friends in my space getting the results I want to get, that builds belief in me that it's possible. Something that I saw a lot of when we did our live training series this week is an overwhelmingly positive reaction to the testimonials that we shared. So we pepper in testimonials into our content for 2 reasons. One is because I like to reinforce what I'm teaching with evidence. And one of the best forms of evidence is what other people are doing with the information that I'm teaching and the results that they're getting. Because ultimately, I could say whatever I want, and if I don't have proof to back up what I'm saying, that what I'm saying works, you probably reasonably don't believe me, right? So I want to show you why what I'm saying works. And so what I do is I share stories from my clients and show you how what I'm teaching is working for them and the kind of results that they're getting. So that's one of the reasons we share the testimonials. But an even bigger reason that we share the testimonials is because I know how important it is for you all to believe in what's possible for your business. And going back to that support conversation, if you don't have anyone in your life who's doing what you want to do, who's getting the kind of results you want to get, who is investing at the level you want to invest in, who's, doing all this stuff for their business, if you have no one in your life that's doing that, there's going to be this level of disbelief or level of skepticism where your practical brain, which is usually your fear brain, is saying, this is dangerous. We shouldn't be doing this. This is too much of a risk. versus when you see other people that are doing what you want to do, they're taking the risks, they're making the investments, they're putting themselves out there, they're trying new things, they're being willing to fail. Seeing people just like you or people who are a little bit ahead of you that are successful doing these things, that is what's going to help build the belief in you that it's possible for you. Now, I will say just seeing other people doing it doesn't guarantee that you're going to believe that. There's a really common tendency for us to downplay our own skills, downplay our own abilities, kind of focus on the worst possible scenario rather than the best possible scenario. And so that's where coaching and mentorship can also come into play when it comes to supporting your belief in what's possible. Because a lot of times we're not noticing how our subconscious is driving our belief system. And we don't realize that it's actually basically pushing the brake and even like holding the emergency brake on our progress because we're not aware of it, right? Like if you were driving down the highway and you were just like shoving the gas as hard as you could go, and you're like, oh man, why is my car going so slow? Like, why is this so difficult? I feel like I should be going faster than this. And you didn't realize that the parking brake was on the whole time. You're not going to realize why you're not going as fast as you could. So if you have a coach or a mentor that's like, hey, by the way, why don't we pull up, or why don't we put this parking brake back down so you can go as fast as what you're capable of? That's where coaching and mentorship can really make a huge impact on you. Yes, information and teaching and content is valuable, but ultimately, my experience has been that somebody who understands the beliefs that drive business decisions and can help me see my blind spots when I'm making those decisions or operating within a set of limiting beliefs, somebody who can help me do that is more valuable to me than somebody who can just give me good information. Because I have tons of information. There's tons of information online, lots of opportunities for me to get information. Yeah, it takes more time and it takes more energy to find it myself versus paying for a program. But ultimately, it's the beliefs I have around what's possible for me that are going to affect my results in the long term. So if you are struggling with the belief of what's possible, then there's two things that you need. One is evidence that it is possible. We're going to be sharing lots of testimonials over the next few days on my Instagram, on Facebook, showing you what's possible when you take the actions that we teach inside of our MBA program. And these are people that are just like you. There's a lot of beginners. There's a lot of people that have full-time jobs. There's a lot of moms. There's people who literally had their babies months before they started our program. And I just had a baby last June. And trust me when I say, I get it. 3 months postpartum, that is like maximum level chaos, right? As far as like you're recovering and you're busy and you're just trying to juggle life. People started our program that at that time in their life and they got amazing results. So we're going to be showing you a ton of people who have lots of reasons, lots of potential excuses for why they would not be as successful as they are, but they were able to get these amazing results in spite of those potential limiting circumstances. So keep an eye out for those. It's really important for you to watch those, whether you work with us or not. Just seeing what's possible for you and seeing the kind of people who are getting the results that are the ones that you want, and seeing that the same limitations that you have in your life are what these other people have and they're still able to be successful. That is essential for you to be able to believe that it's possible for you. Because again, if you're not seeing people doing it that look like you, that have life circumstances like you, that have the same kind of business model that you do, it's reasonable that you would question, is this going to work for me? So there's that, right? You need to have the evidence that it's possible from the people who are doing what you want to do. And then the second piece is you need the mindset shifts and the ability to see the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from your success. And that's one of the reasons why we go into mindset first in our MBA program, because I want to put the emergency brake down on all my clients. I want them to go as fast as they possibly can. Obviously, different cars go different speeds. If you're driving a Ferrari versus a Volkswagen Beetle, there's going to be a speed difference, right? But we want each of those cars to drive as fast as they can. And part of that is taking the emergency brake off. So that's why we start with mindset in our program, because I want all of our students to have the most healthy mindset possible when they're getting into the actual work that they're going to do, because I just want all of my students to go as fast as what works for them. And there's going to be different limitations, different circumstances that maybe will affect how fast you can go, how much work you can do. Maybe you only have 10 hours a week to work because you have a full-time job or you have kids home with you. None of that matters, because the only thing that matters is that you stick with it and you believe that your success is inevitable. And I truly believe that. That is the mantra that I live by. It's the mantra that I teach my students. And it is something where the more you can work on those limiting beliefs and uncover the things that subconsciously are holding you back from the most success possible, the better your outcomes are going to be. So the belief in what's possible for you is the third most important thing. It might even be the number one, but it's the one I attack last because, I want to give some stuff that's more practical, right? Like having a plan and getting support. You can do those things. You can take action on those things. But when it comes to the belief that things are possible for you, that is something that being around people who can show you what is possible for you and are there to encourage you and support you on that journey, you can't replace that on your own. You can't do it on your own. You cannot do online business in a vacuum. You need people in your life that are there to help you and to support you and to guide you and to cheer you on. And so that's one reason why I personally invest so much in group coaching and mentorship programs, getting myself into communities with people who are doing what I want to do, because being in those rooms, being with those people, that literally impacts what I believe is possible for myself. And it then trickles out into the actions that I take for my business. So you can have the exact same experience. That's what we create for our students inside of the MBA program. And if you're interested in working with us, we are going to be opening up the doors to the Nutrition Business Accelerator tomorrow to the public. So tomorrow is February 13th. It's a Monday, and we are only open for 4 days out of the year. So we're doing this program once a year. We put a lot of energy and time and support into our programs. Our team is all hands on deck, just pouring into our students. We poured into our free training too. So this whole free training and then our coaching program, we are all hands on deck to support people. That's why we run it once a year, because we don't have the bandwidth to do this multiple times a year. And so if you want to work with us inside of our 12-week group coaching program called the Nutrition Business Accelerator, doors are opening tomorrow. I encourage you to get on our wait list. The waitlist is going to be the first to find out that doors are open and get their opportunity to apply. Or if you need to get on a call with somebody before you apply, we have our alumni team that's going to be standing by, available to book calls, to chat with somebody about your business goals and how the MBA program can help you reach the goals that you have. You can hear from them about what their experience was. And the best part is they get paid to just show up to the call. So whether or not you join makes no impact on these alumni's paycheck, right? Like, we're just paying them for their time. They're showing up. They're excited to talk with you. They're excited to meet other people that are considering the program. They're excited to help other people get the kind of results that they've been able to get in their business. And they're just there to help you make the best decision possible for you and your business. They don't make commission. So if you say no to the program, it literally makes no impact on them. So we created that opportunity because I know how important it is to be able to talk to somebody who knows what you're going through, had to make the same kind of decision that you're going to be making, had to invest in themselves, made some scary choices to get to where they are today. And they're thriving in their businesses, and they want to show you what's possible on these calls. So all of that information is coming very soon, basically like less than 24 hours from the time I'm doing this live. So go to my link in my bio or go to nutritionbusinessaccelerator.com. You can get on the wait list, and once the doors are open, that's actually going to be the information sales page that'll be available for you to check out all the details, book a call with one of our alumni if you need to. And we're literally open for 4 days, and then that's it for 2023. So now's the time to work with us. Now's the time to take that action and to get the support, get the plan, and get the belief that you need to be successful. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me, my team. You can DM me on Instagram. I strongly encourage you to book a call, because those alumni are going to be the best people to talk you through your decision, to just help you see the full picture and help make sure that the program is going to be the best fit for you. So I am super excited. Like I said, we run this program once a year. We haven't run a public live round since February of 2022. So I'm super stoked to be doing this again, and I can't wait to see you inside of the program. So go to nutritionbusinessaccelerator.com and I hope to see you as one of our next NBA success stories. Bye, y'all.